Welcome back to Sophomore Intermediate's ACE Soccer Online Training Program. As you may already know, here you'll find some instructional videos on how to practice and improve some of your soccer skills. Here are some items you may need for the training. Place markers, a soccer ball, and water. You'll also need soccer cleats or athletic shoes, preferably without a flat sole. And if you don't have training cones, you can always use something else, such as an extra pair of shoes, some old balled up socks, or anything you might find lying around. In today's video, we'll go over shadowing and marking. But as usual, let's start off with our warm-ups. Let's do some high knees. Next, we'll do butt kicks. Up next is high kicks. Skipping arm swings. And finally, our sprints. When you and your team are not in possession of the ball, no matter where you are on the field, you'll have to go into defense mode. Whether you are a forward, a midfielder, the last defender, or the goalie, if the opposing team has the ball, everyone on your team is a defender. Defending is more than just running up to the player with the ball and kicking at it until they release the ball. Doing that will probably cause your team to commit a foul and to give up a free kick to the opposing team. In order to defend efficiently, you'll have to learn a few basics. In this video, we'll be going over shadowing and marking players off the ball. It's probably best to have a partner for these exercises. Shadowing is basically following your opponent as if you were their shadow. Every movement made by your opponent should be followed as closely as possible. This could be done either on or off the ball. This means that if you happen to be the closest player to the opponent with the ball, it'll be up to you to shadow and pressure them. Also, if you're near an opponent that doesn't have the ball, but who's close enough to receive a pass, you should prepare to shadow them as well. That way, if they do receive the pass, you'll be there immediately to pressure that opponent. Notice two things here. Alex, in the blue shirt, shifts and rotates his body to position himself so that he can stay in front of Niurka and more easily mirror her movements. Also, he isn't putting a lot of pressure here, and he isn't kicking at the ball either, which is something you don't want to do. You could, however, add pressure by reducing the distance between yourself and your opponent, which brings us to marking. Marking is also done when the opposing team is in possession of the ball and your team is defending. When you're marking a player, you're basically keeping track of one specific opponent, almost like shadowing, but in this case you'll have a designated opponent to keep track of. You'll follow their movement by floating around their general position, starting before they get the ball. Then, when they do get the ball, it is up to you to immediately go and pressure that opponent. This means that you can be a certain distance away from your marked opponent, but will have to keep track of their movements and be ready to pressure immediately if they come into possession of the ball. That's it for this video. As always, thanks for watching. Don't forget to leave a comment and stay tuned.